Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a really fun video planned for you guys today. By the time you see this, my birthday will actually be tomorrow, which is really exciting. I'm turning 23, which is kind of crazy because I definitely don't feel 23. Although I don't really know what 23 is supposed to feel like. I actually made a list of a bunch of things I wish my younger self knew, stuff that I learned over the past couple of years of my life. Even this year, actually. This year was a big year for me, going through major changes, moving, and, my career change, and COVID and all that jazz. But I made a list of things that I thought were really important to me with life learning and, stuff that I thought I could share that might help some of you guys that are still trying to figure it out, or even if you're just curious and want to give this video a watch. But yeah, that's what I'll be sharing. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Everything written on my laptop that I'm going to be reading, and of course I need my glasses. Welcome to 23. Okay, so the first thing that has been pivotal to my life change, specifically this past year, was to stop watching and start doing. There's this really cool quote that I found on Pinterest that says, "Spend less time watching other people live their lives and spend more time enjoying your own." And this has been so key this last year, specifically for me and Tino's decision to move to Oklahoma. Just in California, we felt really stuck and kind of just there. And we had this choice, we had this opportunity to move and grow and, explore somewhere new. And we were just kind of like, what's stopping us? And we felt like we were just watching other people's lives pass by and admiring them and saying, good for you, go you, oh wow, like that's great. But we weren't really doing anything with our own lives. Tino was like ready from the get-go. As soon as the idea of moving here jumped in his head, he was like, yes, let's do it, let's go. But I was a little bit more apprehensive, and I was just kind of like, I don't know, like a lot of doubt, a lot of anxious thoughts and stress and worry. I'm a big overthinker, so it was just a lot of like mind games going on. Once I realized that it was something that God really had in store for us, and that was like the best decision for us as a couple and for our lives together, I kind of was just like, okay, I'm done watching other people, live their lives and make these decisions, and it's our time now. We're gonna make this decision, and I'm ready. And it was the same exact thing with this decision to start content creating, making YouTube videos, and going towards that whole career. I was always obsessed with YouTube ever since I was like a freshman in high school, and I always admired, like following influencers and content creators and people that were like working but like not really, and like they absolutely loved what they were doing. They were super passionate about it, and one day I just made that decision as well. I was just like, what am I doing? Like, why am I watching all these people do what I desire to do? And I just did it. And honestly, never going back, like it's been the best decision of my life. Is the key number one thing that has changed my mindset and my life is to just live your life. Just do it. If you want to do that thing, do it. If you're, want to change that career, change it. If you want to pursue that relationship, pursue it. Just do it, and stop watching other people live the life you want to live. The second thing that goes kind of hand in hand with that is to not compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Comparison steals all joy. I cannot stress this enough. If you're comparing, if you are, comparing your looks or your characteristics or your abilities or your job or anything like that to someone else, it will steal and ruin the joy in your life. We are all so different looking, so different in our personalities and everything like that. So how could we expect our, life path to be the same? I have definitely struggled with comparison, big in high school. Definitely have learned this throughout the last couple years of my life, that everyone is still figuring it out, especially like if you're still in high school or even fresh out of high school and college. Honestly, like who even has it all figured out, in their old age? I have learned to stop, looking around at everyone else and comparing, and to just focus on myself, taking care of myself, and achieving the goals that I want to achieve in life. My advice for anyone that is struggling with comparison right now is to just be patient with yourself. Don't beat yourself up for if you catch yourself comparing yourself to someone else. Just be patient, talk to yourself with loving kindness, be consistent, make sure you are always catching yourself and taking control of the root of the problem, and focus on you and your goals and what you want to achieve in life. Okay, the third thing that I have learned is the glass analogy. When you wake up every morning, you have this glass and it's filled with water, and it basically represents your energy you have to exert through the day, right? Your mental energy, your physical energy, emotional, spiritual, whatever. And you're running, you're helping other people, you're paying attention to others, you're being, a great friend, a great wife, a great mother, whatever it is. You're so go, go, go 24/7 that one day you wake up and realize that your glass is empty and you have a bajillion other things to do. And you just have no energy left to give. You have nothing left to give, and you don't know how it happened that way. The hard pill I have had to learn to swallow is you can't do and be everything for everyone if you're running on empty. It has been so important for me to learn how to become self-aware so that I can recognize when I'm, running low on my physical energy, mental energy, emotional and spiritual, and, deciding when to take a step back and say, you know what, I'm gonna say no because I need to focus on myself and recharge, and, figuring out how you recharge. Some specific ways that I recharge is, journaling, meditating, self-care, going to the gym to work out, talking my feelings out with my husband. And that's how it looks like for me. For everyone, it's different. For some people, it could be taking a walk in nature, or, having FaceTime with a friend, or anything like that. But it's so important to make sure you're taking care of yourself and all those 4 aspects, and filling up your glass so that you're never running empty. The next thing that I think is so important, especially for our generation, is to remember that growth mindset is key. In case you didn't know, you are never gonna know everything, but the good thing about that is that means that there's always something to learn and new ways for you to grow. I have learned these past few years how incredibly crucial it is to have an open mindset and to really just listen to understand other people's point of view. It is never too late to educate yourself or to try something new. And this applies, if you're in high school, if you're in college, if you're an adult, or even in your older age. Yes, always be open to growing and having that growth mindset. The 5th thing that I have learned, more specifically this past year, has been the secret of fitness. 22 for me was the year that I really took my health seriously, on the physical aspect, really, emphasizing going to the gym and working out and taking care of my body, making it stronger. In the past, I always struggled with being consistent and, having that motivation to work out and eat healthy and all that jazz. But the secret of fitness and being consistent with it is not motivation, it's actually discipline. And deciding that, okay, I really want this, and I really want to become stronger, and I really want to take care of myself, so I'm going to make the choice every single day to get my butt up out of bed and go to the gym and get that workout on. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings, are fleeting, they don't last. But discipline is a choice, and it was the choice that I made all of this past year with working out and eating healthy. And honestly, it's the best thing ever. Yeah, that's the big kicker, the big secret of fitness that I have learned this past year, is to just make the change, make the choice every day to change, and become stronger and make yourself better. Next thing is, it's okay to not have it all figured out. You guys, the amount of times I used to stay up late at night stressing about, what I was supposed to do with my future and, what I should do with my life was way more than I cared to admit. I finally realized that it's okay to not have it all figured out. Like, it's gonna be the time, especially like right out of high school and still in your early 20s and even in your late 20s, to just figure it out and try new things and not worry about the future, because having all that stress and anxiety, you forget to enjoy and live in the present. You're gonna change your mind, and that's okay. I'm gonna change my mind, and that's okay. It's okay to not have it all figured out, in the moment. You have the rest of your life to have it figured out. Realizing this has been like so important for me, to just really enjoy the present and live in the present and not be so stressed and worried and overthinking all the time. Just stop putting pressure on yourself, like no one wants that. That's not fun, just remember that it's okay to not have it figured out. Okay, the next thing that I have learned is that mistakes are good. Mistakes are actually the stepping stones for success. And I struggled a lot with perfectionism in the past and doing everything the right way and being afraid to fail. But then I realized you won't grow or learn anything if you don't make mistakes. So that definitely changed my mindset, and realizing it's okay to fail, it's okay to make a mistake, because then you're able to learn and grow from it and become more successful and do better. Learning that has really put my soul at ease, and I have learned to not let the fear of failure, stop me from doing something or trying something new. That is definitely my encouragement if you struggle with this too, is to not live in that binding, controlling fear of failure. And it's okay if you make that mistake. You're not perfect, and you're definitely gonna learn and grow from it. So, okay, the last little nugget of wisdom that I have learned in these past few years of my life is not everyone will like you, and that's okay. I used to be such a people pleaser, and it really took me a while to accept this one. The moment that I understood truly that I am not here on this earth to please other people, I had so much freedom in my life. I honestly became unapologetically myself, and I stopped living in the shadows of other people. Understanding that not everyone will like you is honestly just so transforming and so freeing, and you literally feel like a weight is lifted off of your shoulders, realizing that you're not living this life for anyone else, you're living it for you. If you want to live your absolute best life, then just understand that, like, it's so important. Like, not everyone's gonna like you, but as long as you like yourself and who you are, like, that's the key. Yeah, those are the wisdom bombs that I have learned throughout the past couple years of my life. Majority though I have really learned this year. I hope that you guys really liked that and it encouraged some of you guys. Maybe you learned something new. Comment below if something resonated with you. I would love to talk to you guys about it. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more from me and my channel. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!